Imagine this. You're gonna go play your very first gig. You walk up on stage with your guitar and you start playing. Your strap feels a little bit uncomfortable, but other than that, everything's fine. You go to strum once more and your pick falls out of your hand. What do? Bend down to try to pick it up? Try to play with your fingers and end up getting a weird buzzy sound? Freeze? Well, with our new strap, we got your back. Hi, my name is Deja and I'm the CEO.
My name is Efren, I'm the COO.
My name is Anais, I'm the CFO.
I am Joanna, I am the secretary.
My name is Carlos, I'm the CIO.
My name is Valencia, I'm the CMO.
And we are Lydian's Music Customs.
Quality you can pick.
So guitars on the day-to-day basis suffer from two main things. Their guitar straps and their guitar picks. Guitar straps can be bland or they can be just simply uncomfortable. And same thing goes with guitar picks. And they could also be easily lost or whatever the case may be. And what seems to be the case more often than not is in order to get access to these products, at least good quality products, the expenses are relatively high. And for Lydian's Music Customs, we want to make eco-friendly, repurposed guitar picks and handmade guitar straps for the easy use for everybody.
So to make our recycled picks, we use recycled, unused, or already used gift cards so that we can turn any old gift card into something you can rock out with. For example, just a Best Buy card. Oops. Now you have a guitar pick. And a bundle of 5 picks will be $3, and if you buy one of our straps, you will also get 5 picks with that. Moving on to our straps. Our straps are made from cloth fabrics, unlike our competitors who use nylon materials. Nylon material can irritate the skin if you're playing for a long period of time. And we also have leather materials, and leather materials are far too expensive and can get hot on the skin if you're playing for a long time. So that's why we chose to have cloth material. We have a feature on it called the pick pocket, which will ensure the safety of your picks while you're playing. We have 2 working prototypes of our strap so far. The one you see on the display is perfect for the acoustic guitar because of its lightweight and flowy feel to it. Intergalactic Squid is perfect for playing electric guitar because it has a strong fit and is highly durable. Feel the difference between our strap and another strap you can get from Guitar Center. And you can see the different features that we have that they don't have. We will also be providing detachable pick bracelets and necklaces so we can keep our musicians looking stylish and ready to play at any time. A customized one will cost $8 and a pre-made one will cost $6. Take a look at each of those. Music is an art form used to express oneself, and your music accessory should reflect that.
So moving on to our business model canvas, what are our potential customers dealing with? They are dealing with uncomfortable and unfashionable guitar straps and also losing or breaking their picks. Well, with our solution, we offer the pick pocket, which you can see on the strap is a built-in pocket. And our straps are fashionable and comfortable, also at an affordable price for great quality. Our unique value proposition is we offer the pick pocket, and all of our accessories and guitar picks are made of recycled products. So our customer relationships, we use these through Instagram, our customer reviews and feedback. Also, our customer segments are musicians who are 15 years or older, who are colleagues, friends, and acquaintances. Our channels are our website, Amazon, and guitar stores, and Etsy is in the working. Our key metrics, we measure this through the number of sales we get, the number of clicks on our landing page, and also the number of views our products receive.
So moving on to our costs. What are our startup costs? Well, if you look on the screen, you can see a list of our expenses. They include our domain for our website plus a subscription, pick press, strap fabrics, thread, strap, installation, business cards, elastic fabric, jump rings, and clasp. In total, these equal $154. Everything on that list we have already purchased. Now you may be wondering, where did we get the money to purchase all of these? Well, back in December, we created a GoFundMe page and we collectively made around $200 and purchased all of these. So looking at our revenue, we're selling our custom pick pockets for $25 and our $5 pick bundles for $3. Custom bracelets and necklaces, they're $8, but if you want pre-made ones, they're $6. And then for original pressed picks, which we will sell exclusively at MVP events, are $1.
Now on to our marketing and social media. For our marketing, we believe that Instagram is the best way to go, mostly to promote our business and to interact with our potential customers. On our Instagram page, we consist of 16 posts already. The 16 posts is mostly about environment awareness, our products, upcoming events that we have, and environment awareness. Environment awareness for us is that we are eco-friendly because we use plastic gift cards, and mostly because that in our world we have a plastic pollution problem. The estimated amount of plastic is about 18 billion pounds. This way, with us, we're trying to decrease that amount one way at a time. That's why we use reuse, renew, recycle. And here are some of our feedback we received from our pickpocket, one being the intergalactic squid, which is in the front of you, and then the second one being if you go to San Francisco, which is the one right here on our guitar. As you can see, we received positive feedback from our followers. Now onto our social media insight. Based on one post, we make around 100 likes, mostly sometimes five comments per average, 4,000 impressions, 500 impressions by that. And our competitors are mostly ProTech and Guitar Center. ProTech being because they have a product such as ours, the pickpocket, but with the pickpocket, with ours, it is more stylish and more lightweight. With the ProTech being, it is like the nylon as you see in front of you. Some customer complaints that we saw on their website is that once they play for hours, they get this little red mark on top of their shoulders and they complain about that. Also too being when they take it off from the guitar, their picks fall off. That is why they're one of our competitors.
So moving on to our financials. So this is our TAM, our total addressable market. And so our total number of buyers for our TAM is 40 million, and our total number of units is 80 million. That in revenue is going to equal $445 million. Then moving on to our SAM, or serviceable addressable market, our total number of customers is around 48,000, and our total number of units if each person were to get 2 of our products is 96,000. And then our revenue for that is equal to $531,000. So we expect to expose our business to around 5,000 people. But out of those 5,000, we, with a 10% conversion rate, we expect 500 of those 5,000 to be actually interested in our product and willing to buy it. Our revenue for our market share is $5,500. So we are seeking $1,500 for 3% equity, and we are using this money to pay for inventory, for a PO box, for marketing cost, and for shipping cost. Our exit strategy, we don't have an exit strategy because we are planning on continuing with our business.
The reason why we are going this way is because our products are all handmade, and all of them we put our heart and soul into creating for our customers, and we feel like that same passion for making these products won't be served justice if we just sell our company. So we continue to plan on having our business, but we want to do it independently.
So on to our MVP results. For MVP, we've already had 2 of them. We profited $50, and we also got exposure to the community. For our recycle drive, we were donated 54 cards and also got new potential customers.
Moving on to our website. Our website still is a work in progress. So the first thing you see when you come to our website, you will receive a pop-up that says, "Hey friends, express yourself through our music accessories." The reason why we added this is because we wanted to greet every person that visits our website, because we are a family here at Lydian's Music Customs. So on our header, you see our logo and our slogan, and our logo symbolizes picks in the shape of a flower, and our slogan is "Quality you can pick." Our call to action is follow us at Instagram at Lydian's Customs for updates, because we are very active on our social media. As you scroll down, you come to our shop page. Now, it looks a little small right now, but we plan on growing this as we grow our inventory. Anais, can you please click on the customized pick bracelet section? So for the customized pick bracelet section, you can choose from wrist size. We have that on every single one because everyone has different size wrists, but we have more subtle details that you can customize as the wristband color, the metal accents, the color of pick, and the details of picks. So for example, if you're to choose floral, after you make your purchase, we will email you every single card that we have that has that floral pattern on it and the colors you want. And you choose from that and we make your bracelet. And if you're not satisfied with any of the gift cards we have, you can choose the details or the colors, or you can receive your money back. Can you go back to the shop page? Scrolling down, you'll come to more information about customizing, how to customize each of your bracelets or straps. And we just have more information about how you can customize it and to what extent you can. Scrolling down, you'll come to our About Us. Our About Us, we are stating the problem that musicians have and our solution we are going to give you. And we also have a slider of each of our faces and our roles because we want our customers to feel more connected with us. Scrolling down, you come to our good to know part. The reason why we put this is because we want to let our customers know our unique value proposition, which is that we are 100% handmade, we are eco-friendly, and we're customizable. Scrolling down, we have our contact page. Our contact page will be used for questions, comments, concerns, and maybe even future collaborations. Scrolling down, we have our Instagram feed. It's not shown up right here, but we have our Instagram feed so that if people aren't really into social media, but they still want to figure out updates, they can just come to our website and navigate our Instagram through our website. Now, we wanted to keep our website easy to navigate, and we wanted to make it have as much information as possible, but it still is a work in progress. We are hoping to create a new wave of expressing yourself through your music accessories for musicians. So invest in the comfort and creativity of your average guitarist with Lydian's Music Customs. Quality you can pick. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I've seen your presentation before, so I kind of have a little bit of advantage, I guess, from that. My question is there's been a shift, so why are we focusing so much on the picks now when before we were focusing on the straps?
The reason why is because we wanted to build our stock in a sense. So we found out that from the position we are right now, we're not in the position to actively sell our straps since these are prototypes. And we wanted to focus our time on perfecting that. And so in the meantime, we still wanted to gain a profit for our business. So we started creating pick bracelets and necklaces, and that's what we've been selling at our MVP nights, and they've been selling well. So that's why we chose to kind of make a shift. But soon we are hoping that we will sell our straps in the near future when we have it perfected.
So another question, what's the difference between cost of this strap and your strap? So what's the standard strap cost?
That strap costs around $6 to $10 depending where you get it. But then again, I've used that strap before during some of my sets, and it has literally fallen off of me as I'm playing, and so it is not a good investment if you're a musician. And our strap stays secure and it's comfortable as you wear it.
And have you done any surveys on the pricing for this strap?
No, we have not, but we want to. In the future, we want to go to Guitar Center or other small local businesses that sell guitar accessories, and we want to set up a table and take little surveys and ask people what they think of it, and we're planning on doing that in the summertime.
Because I think that this is phenomenal.
Thank you.
I'm interested in seeing if people would spend more money or less money for it. I think if you get this, especially that you have the pickpocket, which I don't know if anyone else does anyone else have that?
ProTech does,
Okay.
but they have nylon material, so it's still uncomfortable.
Okay, so I feel like if you get one of these in a couple of right hands, then your business is now worth way more than you ever thought it'd be worth. And so I guess my question is like, for me, why are we wasting so much time on the picks when it's like, you say that no one's gonna buy this, like, I'm sure you can probably sell this exact one right here, your prototype, right now. And if someone's gonna, and he's like, oh, you can sit around and you can press picks for another couple hours and sell them at $5 a pop, or you can sell one of these and get 25, 50 bucks. Who knows? You know? So I guess it's just sort of like, I love this idea, so I just don't want you to be spending so much time. I think the bracelet idea is good too, maybe. To me, maybe perhaps making it easier and putting more on. So like if you're in a set, rather than if you don't want to wear a strap like this, you have some sort of bracelet, and then you can like just snap it off and then use your pick right away in case you drop your pick. Like that, because maybe you're solving a problem that way.
Yeah.
But this is solving a larger product or problem than one of these.
I didn't know that you were more focused on the strap to begin with, because my suggestion was going to be to focus more on the strap. I used to play guitar, and picks are virtually disposable.
Yeah.
And then there's also a preference too in weight and thickness on what people like. The little, maybe if this was bungee, and then it's kind of like an emergency pick, you drop it or whatever, you got it, you stretch it, and you play. But just to order something online when I can go buy that at Guitar Center and punch out my own seems less likely than these straps, where like that strap with that guitar, that's a personality right there. And that fits an artist, that fits someone who's speaking visually as well as through their music. The straps seem very comfortable. I agree that that is much better than this material, especially for them on the back of your neck. I would pay $25 for that, absolutely.
And I too play guitar and know the problem. So again, echoing what they've said, do you know if ProTech holds any patents on their pick holder, on their strap?
I don't think they do, because we searched that and it didn't say anything about patent on that. And other guitar strap companies have that little pickpocket, but each one that we've seen and each one we see in the reviews, all of them have the same problem of that it's uncomfortable or that the picks fall right out. And then ours, we tested it out and it's a more secure fit than, say, a ProTech one.
I was a band nerd in high school. I was a drum major and I played saxophone. And I think that this idea of comfortable straps goes way beyond just guitars. I mean, saxophone and very guitar.
Yes.
Especially, and there are ones that are comfortable to an extent. They still have that nylon and they put a little strap on there, so it still kind of digs in. But the thing that, what's really interesting to me is just the fact that, as I said, like this is an extension of your personality. And I haven't seen any, like when it comes to saxophone straps, any straps that are just beyond just black or like this like solid color, right? So I guess I just am saying is that you have a limited amount of resources and time here today. So double down on this, to be honest.
Well, guitar straps are just the beginning for us. We have a saxophone player in our team, and we were talking about wanting to extend our products and make saxophone straps. We want to have a little pocket for, what's it called? The reefs, yeah. And so we want to continue on that. But the reason why we've been focusing so much on this was honestly just to gain a profit so that we can get that money for our straps.
For material? How long does it take you to make one of these?
That was the problem we had. So the first one that we made, which was, I think, this one, that one, it took a little while to make. It took about 6 hours to make. And so that was a little difficult, but that was also when we were just figuring stuff out. The next strap we made took around 2 hours to make. And so it's still the process of we're trying to get into the groove of creating these straps and be able to make sure every detail is perfect so that we can sell them to our potential customers.
Are you looking at inventory, stocking up, or are you just doing a just-in-time order and then I make it kind of model? Because it seems like this kind of thing, you could, like you take that pattern and outsource the manufacturing, get it done, have a stock of them, dramatically reducing your cost per unit, but then you'd have inventory management. So I'm just wondering which way you're thinking of going with that.
We do want to build our inventory greatly. That's one of the issues that we've had, is that we want to be able to build our inventory with keeping costs down. And the difficult thing is that we are handmade, and so we just have to, me and my aunt have been the one making each of these straps, and so over the summer we want to be able to teach the rest of the team members to make it, and so each of us can make a strap, you know, every week, and then from that build our inventory and then sell them as we go. And then for the customized ones, those ones are more of the, those ones will take a little bit longer to like ship out, obviously, due to the reason that we're making them thin.
Yeah, given your social media focus on your marketing, what could easily happen is you're going to generate a lot more orders than you can physically produce. And so that's a really good question about looking at how you're going to manage, you know, the sunk costs of getting at least a initial stock of inventory. So in looking at your production costs per strap, what was your estimates again as far as costs?
So a lot of the stuff we bought was in bulk, such as the threading, the actual parts, like this part right here, the small like pleather bits that are at the ends. Those were all bought in bulk. That ranged around $20 to buy each of them. And then for the actual fabric part, for a few yards, I got these ones on sale, but they were $7 or they could be $10. And so that would be, we're basically gaining a profit if we were to sell each of these each of these straps, is that we would have a profit of about $15.
So based on the bulk that you've already bought, which is good, how many straps do you think you can yield out of what you have on hand?
What we have on hand, from the fabric we have from each of these, we could probably make another strap. But for each, we bought 3 yards for each of them, and so from the 3 yards, you can make about 2 straps.
Why not just do pre-order? Like, why not,
We were talking about that.
just say, hey, it's gonna take you a month, 2 months?
It was an idea, but people are coming with their customized ideas, so they're giving us like what colors they want to see on it, or more or less like what design they prefer. So we were thinking of taking a pre-order, but still learning the process of making the strap ourselves.
I think that I love the idea of customized. When you build this out more and more, I feel like that there's gonna have to be different levels. Just thinking of like an iPhone, right? You have your older versions of the iPhone, or you have like less gigabytes on your iPhone, but then you can, so it's like you have the new 10 or X for the really heavy hitters that want to pay a couple $1,000s, and then you have a scaled back iPhone that's $800. And so what I think that we're trying to kind of come at is maybe think about doing different lines at different price points. So if you have a streamlined version that's either manufactured or in-house and is handmade, that's one price point. If you have one that is exported to someone else that makes it, maybe that's a cheaper cost. And then if you want to have it completely customized, then that's a way different cost.
I like that.
Because then the customized, I mean, I can just imagine someone coming in and just saying, hey, I want to spend $200 and like bling out one of these things and make it like really nice. So I think that that's something that you need to figure out, is how do you kind of appeal to every different demographic, but then have different price points.
I like that. Thank you for that.
So
We'll take that into consideration.
with that in mind, I wrote it on here. There's a book that I'd really like you to look at. It has to do more with web development and marketing, but it's called Evil by Design. And it's an interesting book because it talks about how these ideas of envy and all these things can set your price points differently. So I'll just kind of give you an example. There's an example in the book about this company that sells axes. So axes to chop wood, right? You go to Lowe's, you buy an axe, probably gonna cost you 15, 20 bucks. This one company is made by lumber, are people who chop wood for a living, and they decided, hey, we want to make this axe look really, really nice, and all it is this axe that's hand painted. How much do you think that they sell one of these axes for? Same exact axe, it's just hand painted, hand painted.
Almost $80. More than that?
$400 or $500.
Oh, dang.
So what I'm saying is that someone will pay a lot of money for this, and someone will pay a little money for this. You got to figure out how to target both of them, because this is a brilliant idea.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, even once you've got the internet cells of production going, and like you're saying, where you have a core prepackaged, here's what you want, your lower price unit, and then you're customized. Guitar Center, I don't necessarily see as a competitor. It could be a distribution channel.
Yeah, we were thinking about that. We want to, I don't know if we can go right up to Guitar Center, but we're thinking of maybe selling our products through smaller ones that are through Fresno.
Or selling yourself through the web, because like with your web sells, you see it's that proof of concept.
Yeah.
And then when you approach a major retailer saying we have $1.2 million in sales, signing becomes easier.
I agree with everything that they've said. I think also as an extension to your MVP, you could take, 10 of them, go to a local music shop and see if they'll sell them on consignment for you. That would be a low-cost test to see and get feedback. You can also ask them, hey, have people been looking at it? Did they ask you about it? Just do a little bit more research. But I think you definitely have something here. And Ms. Rodriguez was laughing at me when he was talking about the axe scenario, because I just spent $120 on a hatchet just because it was badass. So it cuts just as well as a $15 hatchet.
Now, I would buy the $15 hatchet, so you gotta get both of those.
Different customers.
The one last thing I would also, well, for my end, and I'll shut up. I know that kind of depends on millennials and Generation Z. Some don't like branding as much, right? Logos across everything, but I would try to figure out a way to get some sort of branding on here.
We want to put a little patch of our pick flower on the end of the pick pocket.
Cool.
We haven't quite figured that out yet.
In Boston leather or something.
And then if you give these, and then once you really start ramping up, giving them away to influencers. And then on those straps, you might want to have it a bigger one so that when they're playing a set, they can see from afar. Your beautiful logo.
Absolutely. And as far as phase 2, also doing a deeper dive on the patent situation. Yeah, because one of the worst things that could happen is when you're doing patent encroachment. So then now you're being sued and now you're out of business. And even worse than that is that you've got a really good innovative idea and a large textile manufacturer says, wow, what a great, all we have to do is retool, and now they're popping out thousands of units. So kind of look into that, but that's how innovative this idea is.
And that's a fine line that I think you're going to have to play as well as like one advantage that you do have being small right now is that handmade sort of craftiness. Like, I don't know how I don't know the answer of how you target the lower level that we were talking about, while also kind of, because I think that is one of the unique values as well, is musicians and artists like handcrafted things, but to a point, right? Because if there's a textile person who's going to be making it for $10 and you're selling it for, not on the lower end, you're probably going to go up the lower. So it's a battle, but I think you're ahead of the game for sure. This is really cool.
Thank you.
So given the discussion that you've heard, how...
I feel like...
Well, now we gotta ask for different kinds of inventory instead of the,
How would you say we'd adjust that?
Very cool. And how much for this to take it home today?
$25. Still a prototype.
But no, that's exactly like what you're saying, is that, it's innovative. I mean, for anybody who plays instruments, when you're talking about saxophone, my boy plays alto and bari,
Yeah.
and they're just not, they don't look comfortable. So.
I'm a previous saxophone player, and I played in marching band where we literally take them off and rest our necks, and they're like red, like somebody was beating us up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now take a calculation of every horn in every high school band in California.
Could go places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Just run as fast as you can.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Cool.